Yeah, I'm wearing Crocs, so they're the only thing that fit me right now. And, hey!
Stop.
Today I would like to talk about the return of Section 28 star regulation to 3 private academies in Britain. Because it's important! What are academies? In the year 2000, Labour came up with an incentive to basically bump up failing schools by making them independent of local council control and also independent to go and get other sponsorship as well. This means that they still receive money from the government, but without the same controls. They also then get more funding from a sponsor who is just someone with, I don't know, who wants to chuck a lot of money at a failing school. Sponsors are there to break cycles of underachievement of blah 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 blah. Brainwashing! All different sponsors for all different academies and stuff like that. There's only 3 academies who have reintroduced this type of regulation. And they are Castleview Enterprise Academy, Colston Girls' School and 6th Form, and last but not least, Swindon Academy, were sponsored, respectively, by Northumbria Water, the Merchant Venture Society, and Swindon Academy is sponsored by United Learning Trust. United Learning Trust is the most interesting sponsor out of all of them. United Learning Trust, the ULT, is a subsidiary charity, or like the smaller one that's owned by a bigger one, of the UCST, which is the United Church and Schools Trust. Okay, ULT sponsors 20 different schools. The USCT sponsors 11 different schools and some other things and stuff like that. Or these are all academies. That's 31 schools. It took me hours just to find out who these particular sponsors were and the way the groups worked out and stuff like that. So the point is that there's a lot of shady. There's a lot of corporate fuckery going on with these things. Sort of like kind of hiding, it's so fucked up. I need to get my lines for it. So, yeah, it's really super incestuous, basically, and just kind of, like, massively confusing, with people hopping around all over the place. Like, Swindon Academy is also getting money from Honda as well, and they're all getting more money from different businesses and things like that. Like, the sponsors of the Academy are not forthright with their agenda for doing this. Like, yeah, this isn't just as simple as just another e-petition slap on the wrist for openly declaring homophobia. Oh, wait, what's that? Oh, like, the massive right-wing institution changed one of their, like, formal rules? Just one formal point? Yeah. Oh! What should we go do now? I don't know. Anal bleaching? There have been so many queens and queer sisters who over the years have fought for us to have an easy life. And we've taken the legacy of all those freaks, weirdos, dykes, dandies, Quentin Crisps, all of them, we've taken that legacy and moved to liberal society, who is slowly tearing it up piece by piece by piece. This isn't just about 3 schools changing their policy and then just formally dismissing, like, the threat. The way in which power is distributed in this society is changing with a terrifying silence, and people just really aren't paying any attention to it and aren't discussing anything about it. And this is some serious shit. This is some serious shit right here on our doorstep, okay? And also, the point is, though, the reason why this shit is here on our doorstep, okay, relates actually to a lot of the concerns I raised in my first video about Russia. And my problem there is I get worried when basically people just end up reiterating the standard power relationships of the status quo through action that's kind of casual and scattered and sort of like a bit here and there. Because I see people treating politics like you would a trip to the supermarket. And if you're treating politics like a trip to the supermarket, you're not really engaging in politics, okay? It's like, oh, well, I signed 3 petitions on, like, the rainforest the other day, and I brought, like, 2 lots of fair trade coffee and a chocolate bar, and then, oh, I boycotted Primark to do my bit for the workers, but, oh, god damn it, I feel my starving African child karma running low. Oh, I know what I'll do. I'll share their Facebook page on my iPhone, and then, oh my god, I've got that ugly top. I can go and give it to Oxfam. Oh, I'm such a good person. Now, I understand why people are like this, okay? People have got busy lives. They have shit to do. They're running around. They want to do good things, but Lady Gaga's new single has just been leaked, so they're like, oh, and they get distracted by, like, these shiny shit and stuff like that, It's like, whatever. People are happy to allot a certain amount of time to improve in their local community, to feel better about themselves. They want to work on the global level and the local level as well. And they'll do it in the sense that I'll put aside this much time for doing this, and also I put aside this much time for, like, going for coffee with my friends, and just like I do for the gym, and just like I do to make sure I've got enough food for each week, and just like I do for the laundry. It's because people are unwilling to discuss or even think about the fundamental organising power relations of our lives. Oh, and because they worry too much about gay rights. right, and start worrying a lot more about our diagnosis of oppression and how we need to stop worrying about what we're going to do. We need to start thinking a lot more about how we're doing it and how we're going to go about doing it. If we carry on the way we are, then Mr. Successful City Job, we're going to be serving up like an actual fountain of like fair trade Starbucks at their wedding reception and not giving a rat's ass about the lesbian couple in Tower Hamlets with 3 kids using food banks. See this as just like, oh well, we can get married, we can do this. They obviously just didn't work hard enough, and there's nothing, maybe there's 1 or 2 gender concerns, but there's nothing to do with sexuality at stake here at all. Yet alone all the issues about the gay campaigners have about, oh, should we campaign for trans rights at the same time as well, despite the fact that they were the people who started the entire Stonewall movement in the first place. It's exactly this fragmented approach to gay politics that allows fucking hatred to sneak in through all the cracks and the holes that there are in this fucking equal rights fairy tale castle that no one wants to acknowledge because I realise just how fragile it all is. And whilst we've all just been looking at the holy grail of equal marriage, there are so many more walls that have like been built and put up in this time as well. And it's also like make sure that we've just, that like, okay, so you know what, you can be gay, but as long as you're gay and you run along in a nice, normal way. And basically, what I really see is the fact that we're going to end up in a situation where like healthy white gay men picked out from being the underdogs and turned into those grinding down the fucking heels. Okay, like okay, all the boys know this. No fats, no femmes, no chinks, no blacks. Oh, and if you've got a fucking broken wrist and you dance around like Cher at the weekend, just don't even bother messaging me. How many fucking gaydar profiles have you read like that? On gaydar, and I actually found someone who had that written on their profile. It's no joke. Okay, and it's just the point is, unless we start actually really have a radical shake of our gay conscious and our political gay conscious and the way we think together as a community, then this is just going to get worse and worse and worse and worse and worse.